Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Trilbee and welcome to February. Blimey, is February a stacked month in terms of movie releases in the UK. You've got everything you could want, from superhero movies, adult comedies, horror, family-friendly films, you've got your sequels, adaptations, you've got your crime thrillers, you've got your romance, you've pretty much got everything accounted for in terms of the UK film goers, so it's a good month. But today I'm going to be counting down my top 3 most anticipated movies for February 2016. Adult audiences will definitely have their needs catered for in February 2016, whether it's horror films like The Green Inferno or Bone Tomahawk, or older skewing comedies like Zoolander No. 2, to even both horror and comedy in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. But my number 3 pick is going to be the 15 rated, it's officially a 15 thanks to the BBFC, the movie Deadpool.
Wait! You may be wondering why the red suit. Well, that's so bad guys can't see me bleed. This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
Daddy needs to express some rage.
Clearly seeking redemption for the character after the misfire that was 2009's X-Men Origins Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds will portray Marvel's Merc with the Mouth once again in the hopes of doing the character justice. We have an origin story following Wade Wilson trying to get treatment for cancer and gets turned into a superhero slave, but he breaks loose and goes on a quest for revenge, as well as trying to eat as many chimichangas as possible. I'm from the UK, I don't even know what chimichangas are. What? Regardless of how the movie turns out, you kind of have to applaud 20th Century Fox in terms of their marketing for Deadpool. They've done everything right, whether it's Deadpool arriving in character to hijack an interview to talk about the R rating, or Deadpool spending an evening with kids on Halloween, which was hysterically funny, or him even doing some kind of serious PSAs talking about how you can check for testicular and breast cancer.
Hold each of your manberries, or as I like to call them, smooth criminals, in turn between your thumb and fingers. Give them a gentle roll around. Don't get too excited though. You're on a mission here.
Oh yeah, we're in for a good time. Now for number 2 on this list, I wanted to highlight an original film. You've got so many remakes and reboots and sequels coming out, like Dad's Army, Goosebumps, Gem and the Holograms, Point Break, Alvin and the Chipmunks 4. I just wanted to talk about an original film and highlight a few of them here. You've got 999, you've got The Forest, you've got Secret in Their Eyes, and you've got The Brothers Grimsby. So I'm gonna kind of cheat here. I know that I've just talked about original films, and this isn't strictly speaking original, but I don't care. I'm looking forward to this anyway. The number 2 spot on this list is the Iron Giant Signature Edition.
I have something for you.
Where did you find that?
Up at the power station.
Hogarth was out there the other night.
Really? See anything unusual, Hogarth?
Nothing unusual, really.
While the 1999 movie The Iron Giant was beloved by pretty much everyone who saw it and was the directorial debut of Brad Bird, it was a box office bomb and almost single-handedly brought down Warner Brothers' animated division. But WB are giving the movie a new lease on life by releasing a remastered extended cut of it on Blu-ray, as well as giving it a limited theatrical release. The Signature Edition will contain 2 minutes of additional footage that was lost. It was storyboarded for the original 1999 movie, but it was never completed. However, some animators from the original film actually banded together to restore these lost sequences and put them in this new version. Incidentally, I reached out to Warner Brothers to find out what their release strategy was in the UK for the Signature Edition, and they said that it's coming out at Cineworlds, picture houses and selected independent cinemas. However, I couldn't get a list of those independent cinemas because that list is still being finalised, so you may need to do some research. But all the same, it's a modern animated classic. It has a great story, great art style, and if you've not watched The Iron Giant before, then what better way to experience it than remastered on the big screen?
We gotta show them you're good. You are what you choose to be.
I'm Superman.
But February isn't just a great month for movies this year, it's also the month of the Oscars, and nothing says Oscars quite like biopics or movies based off of true stories, and in this regard, we've got quite a few this month. We've got Disney's 3D extravaganza, The Finest Hours, we've got Sony's Oscar contender for the NFL takedown movie, Concussion, but my number 1 most anticipated movie of the month is the Dalton Trumbo biopic, simply called Trumbo.
Are you now Or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
Am I accused of a crime?
We find the defendant guilty of contempt of Congress.
No studio will ever employ a member of the Communist Party.
One of my favourite genres is movies about making movies. Movies like Ed Wood or documentaries like The Death of Superman Lives What Happened. I find them so fascinating when you can learn the ins and outs of the business. Trumbo follows the career of Dalton Trumbo, as he was put on the Hollywood blacklist during the 1940s and the 1950s for having communist views. And with Jay Roach in the director's chair, who always creates politically charged movies, I have a feeling that this will be quite a righteous feeling film about industrial censorship. We live in a pretty strange time, socially I mean, in that people will just cry censorship over practically anything. Oh, you got blocked off of Twitter? Oh, I was censored by that person! That person suggested some feedback or even posted something negative. You're trying to censor them! Somebody actually changed something based off of feedback from an individual or a group of individuals. Oh, they were censored! No, they were self-censored. Self-censored, what does that even mean? You can't be self-censored by definition. And I'm frustrated at this because it actually belittles real, actual censorship in the past, present, and of course the future. It belittles real examples of censorship, so I'm wondering just how those people will react to a movie like Trumbo, which depicts actual, legitimate, government-level censorship in the creative arts in the 1940s and in the 1950s in Hollywood. But disregarding the fact that it's based around Hollywood, we have a great human story here with an amazing cast led by Bryan Cranston, who is Oscar nominated for the role. There's no other movie I'm looking forward to this month more than Trumbo.
I don't think you're willing to lose all of this just to do the right thing.
You don't end something like this by giving them what they have no right to ask.
But those are just my thoughts. What about you? What are you folks looking forward to in February 2016? Be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know. And if I missed a movie, then be sure to let me know. Is there a movie that I missed that's coming out next month that you are really looking forward to? If so, sound off below. And while you're there, hit that like button. It really helps me out. And if you want to know what I think of all these other movies coming up that I mentioned throughout the video and not just the top 3, then be sure to visit my written movie preview on my website. There's links in the description below so you can find out those thoughts in more detail. Thanks for watching, folks, and be sure to subscribe for more movie related content. I'll see you folks next time.
Trilbee, Trilbee, Trilbee.